Hello everyone, you're welcome back to Devon's Chess. I hope you guys are doing good because I've come back with another interesting chess endgame puzzle, and as usual, it is white to move and mate black in 2 moves. White has a queen and 2 rooks, black has 2 rooks and a pawn, but we are saying within 2 moves, white wins this game. I want you guys to first challenge yourselves before we solve it together, so if you don't mind, pause the video, try to find those 2 moves, and then come back when you found them. Good luck. Alright, so did you find the 2 moves that white has to move to mate black? Please let us know in the comment section what you found. Do not forget to like the video and also subscribe. We are almost hitting 300 subscribers, so please subscribe. Let's grow the channel. Okay, so let's try to solve the puzzle. Before we solve it, I want to make this clear before you guys. Some of you guys tend to ask in the comment section when such puzzles come about. So this puzzle is not actually possible in a real game situation, because why is it white's turn to move and yet white has 2 hanging rooks but black didn't capture any of those rooks in its previous move? So it's not possible in a real game situation unless you're playing an amateur. But then some puzzles like these ones, you're going to meet a couple of them, because not all puzzles are possible in a real game situation. Some puzzles are just made for entertaining purposes and to also exercise your end game capabilities. Can you use a certain position to get a winning position? So you're going to meet them, so don't overthink this puzzle. Let's just enjoy it. Okay, so first and foremost, you could think of capturing the rook on h7, trying to solve the puzzle, yeah, but then after black captures back and then you try to mate on h4, you can't mate because black has an escape route, right? So that is not going to help us. The same thing if you try to capture this rook on g8. After black capturing, there is no mate, because when you move to queen d8, black has an escape route, and those are 2 moves without a mate. So that's not the solution for the puzzle. Capturing those rooks is not really going to help us. Another thing you could think of is playing queen to e4. The idea of queen to e4 is that you threaten this rook while actually also protecting this rook. The idea is that if black played and captured this rook, then you could mate. Or if black captured this rook here, then you could mate by capturing the rook on h1. And if black played a lousy move, something like this, you could actually also mate. Or if black played any lousy move, you could actually mate. Something like if black played this pawn, let's say here, this is mate. Black can't do anything about it. So that would be a wise move, but black has a very stubborn move that could prevent a mate, and that move is actually move rook h6. Rook h6 mates our king, and that means that we are going to use our second move to run away from the mate or capture that rook. But if we capture the rook on h6, it's still not a mate because black can capture back with a pawn. So those are 2 moves and no mate for us, and that means that's not the solution for the puzzle. It's a bit tricky, by the way. Another thing, even if you tried this move d5, it's still the same idea but on the upper side, threatening this move, threatening that rook, and also protecting this rook, as well as protecting this rook. The idea is the same, that if black captured this rook, this is mate, and if black captured the rook down, that's still mate. And if black played a random move like let's say this pawn, you could mate from here and black can't prevent anything. So the idea is that you could win if black plays a lousy move, but again black can still play the stubborn move it played of checking us here, and you can't mate it in the next move, because after you capture the rook, black captures our rook back and there is no mate. Those are 2 moves for us and no mate. So that's not going to help us. Those 2 queen moves that protect and also threaten the h7 and g8 square don't help us. So what about if we played a waiting move like h4, rook h4? The idea is if you capture this rook, this is mate. And if you try to check us like you've been checking us, playing the rook h6, then we could actually mate by capturing this rook, because this time around the pawn can't actually capture our rook because it's being pinned by the queen. Are you seeing the beauty about that? So black has to be careful this time around when we play our waiting move. But this time around, black is just actually going to capture this hanging rook. And you can't mate in the next move. How are you going to mate? You can't go to the 8th rank because that rook on a8 is going to capture you. And literally there's no mate in the next move. So that waiting move also doesn't help us. And even if we tried to play d8, the idea of d8 is if you capture this rook, black captures back with a mate. But then if you do that, black is just going to black is just going to check you, that starboard move again, and you just have to capture back, and black captures back. You have already wasted 2 moves without a mate. Black can capture on the third mate, but that's 3 moves. Remember, we only want 2 moves, so that's not going to help us here. We have to get a move that is going to help us win. But if you saw something about pinning this pawn, it helped us mate last time. So we have to find a way of pinning that pawn, and as well as protecting these rooks. That's how we're going to win this game. And there's only one square that allows us pin that pawn and protect the rooks all at once, and that square is a1. Queen a1. Queen a1 means that if you try to check here, if you try to take our rook, capturing back his mate, if you captured the rook on a8, capturing back his mate, and if you tried to check us, the stubborn move you've been playing, this time around, because we are pinning this pawn, we can capture this rook and still your pawn won't be able to capture back, so it would be mate. So if we capture this rook, it still will be mate. So there's nothing black can do about it. Second of all, black can't move that pawn because it's pinned. So whatever black tries to do, if it plays a lousy move like this, then capturing the rook is mate. So whatever black tries to do after that move, we are mating. So that was the solution for the puzzle. Let us know if you found it in the comment section, and if you didn't find it, still let us know. It could be a wrong variation, that could be a beautiful one that we have not covered in the puzzle. So do not forget to like the video and also subscribe. Let's hit 300 subscribers. It's really speed we are moving with, because 2 days back I was thanking you guys for 200 subscribers. So let's hit 300 subscribers tomorrow, guys. Until next puzzle, have a good day.